Hey y'all, hey, what's up? Episode 7 of Slaying the Season, and we're talking about celebrating your financial wins and what ends up happening when you celebrate your wins, whether it's your financial wins, your wins in life, something as simple as, oh my goodness, I got a parking spot at the front of the parking lot. More wins will just kind of like magically appear. And why is that? It's because your attention is focused on celebrating, focus on the good, focus on the positive versus the negative, which is so important when we're building a healthier relationship with our money and we're working towards slaying the season and improving our finances, whether it be during the holiday season or throughout the year. So let's talk about celebrating those financial wins and the benefits that it brings into your life and your finances as you continue to celebrate. You guys, I'm Nashaya Richardson, the Play Money Coach. If you don't know who I am, I work with high achieving women who want to manage their money like a boss so they have more play money to do the things they enjoy, like shop guilt free. And one of the ways that I work with women and managing their money is through retreats and one-to-one coaching. Well, let's talk about the retreat that I am hosting, my very first financial wellness retreat, which is going to be March 13th through the 16th of 2024, where it's really going to be a life-altering financial transformation for you ladies that want one of the 8 spots that I have available. And I'm not just going to wait until the retreat to really work with you on building a healthier relationship with your money and managing it like a boss. No, we're going to start before, because I understand the importance of having control of your finances so that by the time you get to the retreat, you're not going to be worried about where's my money going? Can I save? Did I save enough to be able to spend now that I'm on this retreat? Am I paying off debt? No, we're not going to worry about any of that stuff at the retreat. We're going to do that before through one-to-one coaching and group coaching so that by the time you get to the retreat in March, you are going to be able to immerse yourself in this experience that's going to allow you to really curate a positive financial blueprint and really help you build a healthy relationship with your money. You're not only going to get support by me, but also a psychotherapist, Sierra Hillsman, as well as a legal and business strategist, Lauren Buckner, who's going to show us how to generate and create some more wealth into our life. So if you want one of those 8 spots, put a 1 in the comments or direct message me and we'll talk about what that looks like. But let's talk about celebrating your financial wins so that more wins appear. Now, today, this was like a really good day of asking positive things about money. And I asked my Facebook timeline, what are some of the things that you want to celebrate that happened in 2023, some improved behaviors, some financial goals you accomplished, some positive things, because so often we focus on the negative things and we're like, man, I don't have enough in my savings. I have debt. Had a late payment. On one of my bills and all the negative things. I had something unexpected pop up and I wasn't prepared for it. So instead of focusing on those negative things, because what ends up happening is whatever you focus on, more of that appears, right? Like you ever said like I want to, like, I hope this thing doesn't happen, whatever it is. It could be something negative, right? And then what ends up happening? It actually happens because that's what you're focused on versus the positive things. So that's also one of the reasons why a lot of times you don't hear me say emergency fund, because if you are planning for an emergency, more than likely you are going to have an emergency versus financial freedom or travel or car maintenance or all the positive things that you can do with your money. So instead of focusing on your emergency fund, we focus on financial freedom so that we don't create more emergencies. We actually create more financial freedom, right? So it is very important that you celebrate your wins because that is what you're going to then start focusing on. And the more you celebrate your wins, the more wins you're going to have to celebrate. Put that in the comments. The more you celebrate your wins, the more wins you're going to have to celebrate. So some of the things that people talked about that they did positively over 2023 in their finances was they kept their credit utilization below 30%. Now, if any of you who are not really credit savvy and you're like, so what does that mean? That means that you are someone that can manage credit well. That's what the credit bureaus are looking at, is whether or not you're keeping your utilization of the amount of credit that you have available to you, if you're keeping that below 30%. Preferably, you want it at 0%, but 30 is that magic number, 30%. So that's a positive thing because it's going to report on your credit report that you're doing good with the credit that you have available to you versus going above 30%, because then that throws up a red flag to say, like, hey, wait a minute, this person may be in a not so great space to where they're using more credit than 30%. So we need to look out for them. And that may be a red flag for us, right? Someone else talked about how they started doing money dates with themselves and really started journaling how they're spending, which actually made them more aware of their spending habits. And now that actually improved their savings as well as their relationship with money. Now, let's talk about money dates. Money dates are so important because that's going to be the game changer from you really developing that healthy relationship with your money, or you being that person who wants to put your head in the sand thinking that it's going to go away. So if you're already doing money dates, put a 2 in the comments, right? Because I want to celebrate you. If you're not, don't feel bad, right? Now is your opportunity to start. Don't wait till the new year. Don't wait till the new year, new me. I talked about that last week, right? No, you can start now. So find a day during the week that works for you that you can put aside 30 minutes, minimally an hour total, right? It shouldn't take you an hour to really look at your money, but find 30 minutes a week that you can set aside, that you make a priority, not something that's an option, but it's a priority that says that I need to sit down and look at my finances and see where everything is going. Did I pay all my bills that I had to pay for this week, right? Am I investing the way that I want to be investing? So whether you have stuff coming automatically out of your paycheck, excuse me, going into your 401k or your IRA, you have money going into your savings, you are funding your savings buckets, whatever it is that you're doing with your money. Now is the time to really plan 30 minutes minimally to sit down and look at where your money is going so that you can celebrate all your wins for that week during that money date. Now, the purpose of it is to really have a reality check to say with yourself, to say, check in and say, am I feeling good about the financial choices that I'm making, right? Are there any goals that I want to start working towards that I can look at my money right now so I can plan out what that's going to look like for next week? Am I on track to do the things that I said I wanted to do? Are there some changes that I want to make that's going to get me into a better position, right? So start off with the positive, right? Celebrate all the things that you did well that week, even if it's something as simple as you said that you were going to spend $50 for lunch. That was your spending amount for the week for lunch, and you spent $49, right? So you actually were below your $50 target. Celebrate that. That's an awesome win, right? Maybe someone came to you that week and asked you for money, and you had already committed to not giving any money out for that month or whatever it may be, right? Celebrate the fact that you were able to stick with your commitment to yourself and you didn't loan the money that you said that you weren't going to loan, right? So start off with the positive and then take that time to check in to make sure you're on track with whatever goals you set for yourself. If you're spending, how you're thinking about money, how you're feeling about money. So that way you can continue to do that every week for the next year, right? And you'll see how much it's going to help you improve your finances without even really trying really hard, right? Um, Someone else talked about how they lowered their household expenses, monthly household expenses. You guys, that is the most simplest, most effective way to increase your cash flow every single month. You do not have to work any extra hours. You do not have to do more hours in your business. You don't have to bring on extra clients. No, all you do is lower your monthly expenses. So now the money that you do have coming in, less of it is going out, right? So if you lowered your cell phone bill or your internet or your streaming services or all the bills that we have, right? Your utilities, everything, right? Maybe you even moved and lowered your rent or got a new house and lowered your mortgage, right? Whatever it may be, by you lowering your necessities, the bills that you have to pay every single month, that's automatically increasing your cash flow, that now you have more money to do the things that you enjoy. So, whatever your things are that you value, now you have more money to do those things versus having to work more so that then you can do those things, right? What were some of the other things that people talked about? Someone said they made a major modifications in their life so that they could pay off 50% of their debt this year without compromising their lifestyle or their standard of living. Now, that is huge, right? Like paying off 50% of your debt and not compromising or changing your lifestyle so that you're able to, excuse me, so that you're able to pay off 50% of your debt. That right there is a shift in mindset, because that means that that person already had the income to be able to accomplish that goal of paying off 50% of their debt. But instead of them saying, like, you know what, I'm not going to make any changes, I'm just going to keep living my life the way I want to live it and forget this debt, I'll just pay the minimum or I'll pay just a little bit extra. No, they made a commitment to themselves to say, you know what, I'm going to go hard for this year, make some major modifications in my life so I can get rid of this debt. Because now, if this person actually continues that cycle next year, then they'll be debt free. And then the following year, they'll be like living their total best life because they'll have no debt, still maintaining their standard of living. And now they have all of that extra money every single month that was originally going towards debt. So, you guys, focus on celebrating your financial wins, because the more you celebrate the positive things that you are doing with your finances, you're going to find more reasons to celebrate. So, like I said, even if it's something as simple as you didn't use all of your spending money and then you had an extra $20 left over, or maybe you made a big financial decision and you took some time to do some research, you took some time before you made the decision to move forward, you weren't impulsive, and you make an empowered decision about your finances, and that's going to feel really good. So if you celebrate that, you're going to then start doing more of those positive decisions, and then everything that you do with your finances is going to feel like, yes, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, versus constantly looking at the negative of, oh man, I made that decision last year and now I have this debt and it's stressing me out, or I can't save any money because of whatever, as opposed to I'm grateful and thankful that I have more than enough to cover my needs, even if I don't have extra to save, right? So just change your thinking, the way you talk, and the things that you focus on, and focus on the positive and your wins, and start celebrating more. So I'm going to come back on Wednesday for episode 8. We are winding down. There's only 12, so there's only going to be 4 more to go in slaying this season. And yeah, like if any of these have been valuable for you, put hashtag value, but go back on my timeline and you can see all of the last 7 episodes that I talked about of slaying this season, not just the holidays, but for the whole year. You can apply all of these things that I shared with you, right? If you're someone that's like, I need to be in your space, Nishea, I don't care if it's one-to-one coaching or whatever, I need to be in that space of really building a healthy relationship with my money so that I can really enjoy my money the way I want to, then I invite you to take one of the 8 spots that I have for my Radiant Wealth Financial Wellness Retreat, which is March 13th through the 16th, where it's really a life-altering financial transformation for the 8 high-achieving women that are going to be there. And we are really going to dive into you managing your money like a boss. And it's not going to start at the retreat. We're actually going to start working together before the retreat so that you get support one-to-one and in a group community atmosphere with your money tribe, right? I call it your money tribe because these are going to be the women that support you through your financial journey. Some of us don't have that support currently And it's difficult to celebrate those financial wins because some of the people around us don't quite understand our financial journey and understand the positive changes that we want to make with our finances. Well, that's the beauty of being a part of this retreat, is that you get the sisterhood, the community. You also get the financial coaching and support to really help you optimize your finances, pay off debt with ease, multiply your savings with ease, and really start building a healthier relationship with your money so that you can build that strong financial foundation that's going to get you to the place where you're investing like the boss that you want to be, investing, really enjoying your money and traveling the way that you want to be traveling, giving and donating the way that you want to be donating, helping other families, preparing your kids for college. All of these things, that generational wealth that we talk about, is going to really give you that foundation that you need to be able to do those things with ease, and have the peace of mind knowing that you have the foundation in place. So if you want one of those spots for the financial wellness retreat in March 13th through the 16th, then either put a one in the comments or direct message me and we can talk about what that looks like. The investment is $2,700 up to $3,200, depending on which private villa you choose, private suite you choose in the villa at the retreat. So direct message me. But I'll be back on Wednesday to talk about, for episode 8 of Slaying the Season. So I look forward to seeing you guys. Have an awesome evening. Stay safe. Later.